Hi everybody, Matt back with you, hope you're okay. Well, today is the first of a occasional series of a city I've somehow managed to avoid filming. I'm in Manchester, which is actually my nearest city, and I don't know why I've not filmed here before because there's so much to film. There's all sorts here, and it's one of those places I always feel people are accepted, and I don't know if it's because it's had huge tragedies in the past, but yeah, what we're going to cover here, history of it, buildings, things like Chinatown, a gay village, statues, abandoned places, of course. There's all sorts to cover. So what we're going to cover today, though, is street art, because there's quite a lot that you can cover. Hello, Sharon. All right.
Hi, all right.
Don't mind me. There's Sharon, everybody. You see what I mean about being accepted? So, the northern quarter of Manchester is where we find quite a lot of street art. So let's see what we can find en route. Will I find it all? No, of course not. I'm in a city. It's huge. Let's see. Now my plan is to try not to get too distracted in each video and go on to other topics. But I love this place. There's this real mixture of old and new. I can't wait to share it with you over the summer. Just across the road here is Debenhams, which is abandoned. There are a few abandoned places across the city. To really find the street art, you've got to go off away from highly populated areas to find some. And you've got to be a little bit brave. So obviously you get quite a lot of scroll and tags in this area I'm in just at the moment. But in amongst you do find some treasures. So let's have a look at one I've just found over here. So now we're outside one of Manchester's quirkiest places. This is Afflecks Palace. I might return here for a full video at some point. Let's just have a quick look inside. There is a bit of street art just outside, sadly with scaffolding over the top. Okay, too early. We won't look inside. That's a good excuse to come back and film this another time. It's not even open yet. I'm far too early. We are in a location now where the artwork starts appearing exponentially. This huge piece over here on the wall. It's amazing. This is what happens to abandoned toilets on the Manchester streets. Get turned into pieces of artwork, and behind me, just to the other side, are these. What do you think of them so far? Looks an interesting street. Building at the back. Obviously, as I said earlier, this isn't for everybody. I would say just take precautions when you're going down back streets. But this is where you find artwork. Right, just as this artwork is being created. It's an advert, it's unfinished, obviously. Technically dead. Brilliant. This amazing building here, it says Wholesale Fish Market. Obviously it isn't anymore, but statues up above the doors. Amazing. So do any of you recognise this person? Apparently it's from Squid Games. Have I got that right? I can't help but think of SpongeBob when I say that. A lot of the time the artwork's actually used to promote businesses, so it's you put to use. Unfortunately, the sun is not in a good place for this one. That's a whole building of artwork there, and across this side, see another one there. I think that's Anthony Burgess. Now the other found the way around. So there's a war-related piece. There. Yeah, Anthony Burgess. Yeah, great. We will be returning to look at abandoned places across Manchester in a future video. Another amazing piece of art that takes up the whole side of a building. I can't get any nearer, unfortunately, but it's pretty good. Is behind the broken windows of this building. Certainly a lot of abandoned buildings just in this section here. Mostly pubs. Actually, this one isn't abandoned. Apologies. I guess sometimes graffiti like this just makes it look it. Driving a Lambo down the carpool lane. We've been conquering America. Hands are spinning around. We've been conquering America. Lips are kissing the ground. Spinning around, round, spinning around. A surround sound. Spinning around, round, round, down on the ground. A surround sound. Spinning around. Land of the free, I break a look mundane. Home of the brave, I take a walk on fame. Chasing a dream inside the melting pot. Closing the gap, I'm gonna shoot my shot. We've been conquering America. Heads are spinning around. Toilet blocks, which have been decorated. Once had the famous David Bowie artwork on it, which I'll show you later. Again, a bit tricky in the lighting. A large piece of artwork there. And we also have this one here. Another full wall. It's one of a... Is that a blue tick? I think this is one of the oldest pieces that you can find. This has been here since about 2010. Now, of course, the nature of artwork and graffiti is it isn't permanent. So far, I think this is the oldest one. Okay, so I managed to find this one from a different angle. A huge one on the building behind me here. Interesting that these people falling out of the bottom of this huge crystal.
Digging deep inside a wall of sound, the cheering of the crowd. Take me high, I'm feeling heaven bound. The sound when I shout it out loud. Turn on the feedback looper, super trooper. Flashes clashing screen. Tune in, consecrating, masquerading.
Okay, so I do think I've managed to cover quite a lot of the big pieces around Manchester, and no, I haven't covered them all. I'm quite aware. There are hundreds, you know, literally hundreds. But these ones that fill the building walls, I think, are quite impressive. Yeah, the graffiti and on the back streets. I think this is an old police station covered in graffiti. Where I am here, covered in graffiti. What I should have put, if there's any language amongst it that is inappropriate, apologies. Hopefully you haven't seen anything offensive other than my current moustache, which I can't wait to get rid of. Right, we'll just show you a few more if we find them, and then call it a day, and I may well just pop back into Afflecks.
Brenda's always in the way, always in the way, always in the way. No one has the guts to tell her, girl, you're in the way. Can't get by today, you're always in the way. Brenda's always in the way, always in the way. Always in the way. For as long as I have known her, she has been this way. Lost her twins delay, she's always in the way. Brenda's always in the way. Always in the way. Always in the way.
Okay, that's right. Afflecks Palace. And the reason I'm filming a bit in here, not all of it, is because we do find art.
We load 16 tons of hardware, blazing steel and galvanized. We crash 15 supersonic tanks through the gates of paradise. We load 16 tons of hardware, blazing steel and galvanized. We crash 15 supersonic tanks through the gates of paradise.
If you've got any missing Doctor Who figures, I guess this is the place to be. Hundreds. So we'll cover Afflecks properly another time. Seeing the bright colours on the wall behind me reminds me of one location left to visit today. These mosaic Libre masks. Cool. So you might want to class this as a sneak preview of what's to come in future videos. Behind me pretty obvious where I am now. It's another sign of Manchester's inclusivity. I'm in Chinatown. I don't think there's any street art other than that magnificent structure just there. So we will come back here soon. Another video, we'll have a walk around this little community that exists here. And the next place to visit is going to be here. This is Manchester's gay village, mostly Canal Street, due to the fact that Canal is behind me just there. There's all sorts here, shops, clubs, all of different styles to suit whatever you needed. Is there some artwork? One of the Manchester bees here. These were all over the city at one point, but I think were then sold. This one lives in the park next to Canal Street. So yeah, they have Alling's Turing Memorial. So, like I say, I'm not spending too much time here today. I'm going to return here just to show you how quirky this place is. And it is for everybody, whether you think it is or not. But where else can you find an Alice in Wonderland themed tea room? Right next to a leather bar. There's a familiar face. I don't remember quite how many back streets I've walked down today, but quite a few. There is something still missing to show you. We'll find it. There we go, I knew I'd find it eventually. Another full wall. This time with some icons. And Navina. Grow your lungs. So there we go, folks, that's our first trip to Manchester. Today taking in the street art that's around, some of it, and obviously some little sneak previews of things still to come in the weeks ahead. So I hope you've enjoyed it. There are a few pieces of artwork I'd hoped to show you, but it's changed. That's the nature of graffiti. So the ones that I didn't get a chance to show you, probably because they've changed, I'll stick at the end. Okay, we shall see you for the next video soon. Bye for now.